Hi, this is Trey Passer. Welcome to my review of Black Widow. Okay, this is the Marvel Widow movie, which is kind of a prequel in a way, because this movie actually takes place after Civil War and before Endgame. Technically her character, Black Widow, is on the run from the U.S. government for being in violation of the Sakila Accord, something like. Anyway, this movie stars Scarlett Johansson, of course. It's Natasha Romanoff. Okay, you have Florence Poe. She plays her sister. You have Rachel Weisz and David Harbour. They kind of go into a little bit of their backstory and they have a great opening sequence in this movie, which I really appreciated. And then it kind of jumps to the present time. Now, this movie, I was really looking forward to this movie. Like I said, it got delayed because of the pandemic and stuff. So I was looking forward to this. And really, technically, I think this movie should have came out probably, after Captain America: Winter Soldier. I think that would have probably been a better time to give her solo movie. And I think the fact that they released a solo movie after her character is technically dead, I think is kind of a bummer, because I would like for Scarlett Johansson to play, because she's a good actress, to play the part, the character more times. And I don't know if they're gonna make more movies that are before, before Endgame and stuff. But anyway, I was looking forward to this movie a lot because, like I said, I like the character and I like Scarlett Johansson, so I was looking forward to this. And I like the cast, Rachel Weisz, who's I'm a big fan of, David Harbour, and Florence Poe, who I've heard great things about and stuff in this movie. So going into it, I had high expectations, and I have to say, this movie kind of let me down. Also, Ray Winston is in this movie as well. He kind of plays the villain in this movie. I was kind of let down with this movie, and it's not because of the actors. I particularly want to pay special mention to Florence Poe, who plays the sister, and she's really, really good. She's funny. Okay, she has the best lines, and she has like this best attitude in the whole movie. She provides a lot of the humor, okay, in this movie, and just this movie wouldn't have been the same without her in it. Okay, and not that Scarlett Johansson was bad enough in this movie or not. I just think the story let them down in this movie, and I think Rachel Weisz's character didn't get enough to do. David Harbour, I think he was good as a kind of comedy relief and Big Bear type of character and stuff, and he was good for a few laughs and stuff. But I think Rachel Weisz was kind of wasted in this movie. Okay, they didn't give her character enough to do. Okay, and Scarlett Johansson's character, she has the most interesting backstory, of course, being trained as a spy and stuff since she was a little girl and stuff, to be an assassin, of course, and her defecting to our side. And they go into a little bit of that, but I don't know, for some reason, the story doesn't wow me. It doesn't have that it factor that most Marvel movies have. It just doesn't have that. I think Florence Poe, if it wasn't for Florence Poe as her sister, I think this movie would have probably even been worse. But she provided a lot of the humor in it and a lot of the emotional moments in this movie as well. I'm really like, how Wonder Woman, the original Wonder Woman, had that great sequence of when she went on the battlefield. This movie doesn't have that in there. They have some good set pieces in this, but there's no movie. There's no wow moment like in the original Wonder Woman when she went up flew off her cloak and went up there and on the battlefield and start kicking ass. There's no moment in this. And the villain, like I said, the villain, Ray Winston's character, is, again, he does the villain thing where he explains too much, and it just wasn't intimidating to me enough. And plus, the real other villain in this movie, Taskmaster, to me is completely wasted. To me, he's just a drone, in my opinion, but just nothing special about Taskmaster, when the character in the comic books is a very interesting villain. Here, nothing. And I think they kind of tried to shape the villain to the movie, and to me it just didn't work. Okay, it just really, really didn't work. Okay, and unfortunately, in terms of Marvel movies, this is not one of the better ones, in my opinion. It's an okay movie, and if you're a Marvel fan, I definitely go see it, just because you get to see Scarlett Johansson play Natasha one more time. And like a lot of people, I was disappointed that her character died in Endgame, because I really liked her character. And no offense to what's his name, Jeremy Rennick, but I wouldn't mind if Hawkeye died, to be honest. I was really disappointed that Natalie died, or Natasha. I was really bummed that her character died. Okay, I really hated that. But it is what it is. So what's done is done. But this movie, that's why I wanted to see this movie, just to see, see her as, Natasha Romanoff one more time. But I just don't. I think the script just was a letdown. It wasn't as good as it could have been. I really wish the Russo brothers were behind, would have directed this movie and wrote and maybe got the writers of Endgame and stuff to, and the writers of Captain America and the Winter Soldier. That movie was a great spy thriller. This movie is not as great as that movie at all. Okay, and I think if they would have got those writers to write this movie, it would have been a better movie, because I think the people that wrote that movie, I don't know who their names are right off the top of my head, but those writers understood, and they took the superhero genre and mixed that in with the spy drama, and it works so well in that movie with Captain America and Winter Soldier. And this movie, the story, it just doesn't flow like you want it to. It's just, I was expecting to get wild, but it didn't. I was kind of just, I said, this is okay. This just doesn't wow me like most Marvel's movies do. It just didn't. And again, I think it's the writing that did it too. I don't think the direction is that bad. I just think the writing it was just not up to par to normal Marvel standards. That's just the way I feel about it. And unfortunately, it is what it is. But I would hope, in my opinion, that if they make another Black Widow movie, if I was Marvel or Disney, or I would get the writers, whoever did not Falcon and Winter, I keep saying Captain America and Winter Soldiers, who wrote that movie. Okay, I think they were the same people that wrote Endgame too as well. I would get them to write the next Black Widow movie. I said, get them to do it, because they understood the characters in the spy genre, and they mixed it in perfectly. And I definitely think that's what this movie was missing, unfortunately. Okay, it didn't have that wow factor to me. Again, like I said, Rachel Weisz's character to me didn't have much to do, which I really disappointed, because I love Rachel Weisz, and more of her would have been great in this movie. And I think the writing just wasn't up to par. Okay, and again, the villains weren't up to par. That's another thing. If you don't have a good villain to counterbalance the heroes, then it kind of sucks. Okay, because like I said, Winter Soldier was a great villain, even though he was brainwashed Bucky, but he was a great adversary to go up against Cap and Natasha. He was just a great villain, because he had the great backstory and stuff. And of course, Steve didn't know who he was at first. And then when he found out who he was, and then, just it makes it even more of a thriller and stuff, and all the secrets behind him made that movie. But this movie, you think with her backstory, it would have been a better movie, with them actually, with the Red Room and all that stuff, it would have been better. But no, the writing was lacking in this movie. So anyway, let me know what you think of Black Widow. Have you seen it? What do you think of it? I would give Black Widow, if I was to give it a rating, I would have given it a 6.8. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 6.8. And that's mostly because of Florence Poe character, who was absolutely hilarious in this movie. She was great and sarcastic. She had good sibling chemistry with Scarlett Johansson. And that's why I would love for them to get another shot at being in another movie together. Okay, I would really enjoy them two working together and stuff in another film, another Black Widow movie. If they could do that, that would be great. But again, this is like crying over spilt milk. Again, I don't think her character should have died in Endgame. It should have been Hawkeye. I'm sorry. I like Jeremy Renner too as an actor, but it should have been Hawkeye. Okay, I know he had a family and all that stuff, so maybe that's why they did that. They said, well, listen, he already introduced his wife and his kids, so you can't really kill him off. Okay, and Natasha doesn't have anyone, although with this movie it shows that she does have someone, and the Avengers are supposed to be a family, but she made the ultimate sacrifice for her family. But I still hated it. Anyway, let me know what you think. I'll have links to my social media in the description box: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Also have a link to my other channel called Views and Opinions. You check that out as well. Also have a link to my Patreon channel. The link is below. Also, I want to say a special thank you to my patron. His name will appear in this video somewhere. I want to say thank you to him for supporting me. Again, my Patreon channel is only $5 a month. Tons of content on there. Tons of TV show reactions on there. I have Loki on there. I have Superman and Lois. I have Boy Season 2. Mandalorian Season 2. I have Doom Patrol Season 2. I have Snyder Cut, all 4 parts. I have WandaVision on there. And what else? I have Captain America and the Winter Soldier, the final episode. And I'm going to have Stargirl on there. Pretty Stargirl Season 2. And the Titans season 2, sorry, season 3, excuse me, is going to go up in August, and I'm going to put in this month I'm going to put Stargirl season 1 on my Patreon channel, all 13 episodes. I'm going to pull down Doom Patrol season 2 because I think season 3 is going to start after Titans their run. I think Doom Patrol season 3 is going to start, and then I'll be reacting to that as well. So anyway, let me know what you think of Black Widow and what do you think of it. Feel free to leave comments down below. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.